Hey, what's up guys? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. What I do is I vowed to check out a new band or artist every day of 2024. Today is Sunday, so therefore it's Ladies' Night. I grew up going to Warped Tour. Warped Tour, not exactly the best place for representation, but I'm doing my part nowadays. Every Sunday I vow to check out a female artist or a band that features at least one female in it. And today it's a female artist. As you can see right there, it's Melanie Martinez. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out 4 songs from across her discography, give you my initial thoughts on the songs individually, rank the songs, and then of course give you my overall thoughts on Melanie Martinez as an artist. So what do I know about Melanie Martinez going into this? I really don't know anything about Melanie Martinez. I've seen some shirts at Hot Topic. I know the album was called K to 12, which I assume was kindergarten to grade 12. I don't really know anything else other than that. I'm assuming she leans more pop, but clearly there's still some sort of edge to it for, Hot Topic to be selling the shirts. But I don't know. I'm going into this as fresh as I could possibly be. So I guess we'll just dive into Melanie Martinez and we'll see what I'm in for. All right, so Melanie Martinez has 3 full-length albums, so I'm going to pick a song from each of those. I was just going to double up on one of the albums, but I see here that back in 2014, she released an EP called the Dollhouse EP. So I guess I'll start with Dollhouse off that EP. Please don't let them look through the curtains. Alright, so musically, there's a lot of cool stuff going on, especially in the background of the track. We hear some snaps pretty regularly, but there's also like metronomes and little like xylophone taps, or maybe it's just synth taps that sound like that, but lots of cool stuff going on musically. I did not expect that. Basically what I expected was a pop artist, maybe a guitar in there. The song has a great chorus. Like, no complaints whatsoever about this chorus. Lyrically, the song's very interesting. I wouldn't have expected this off a debut. It's not even a debut album. It's pre-debut album. Lyrically, the song seems to be about putting on a facade to hide your problems, or at least that's what this family's doing. They talk about, the mother secretly being an alcoholic, but she looks so prim and put together. But if you peek behind the curtain, you see her pull out a flask. And the brother has a drug issue. And the dad had an infidelity. Behind every perfect family, there's issues that the regular person just doesn't see. Moving on to that aforementioned debut album, it was called Crybaby back in 2015, and I checked out Playdate. Oh, so I did not expect such explicit lyrics. I mean, the lyrics were pretty heavy on the last one, but I didn't really pick up on any, curse words. So this one, again, the lyrics are pretty heavy, but they also use metaphors quite well. Like, the lyrics seem to talk about kids' games, like they name drop hide and seek and ring around the rosy, but they're clearly metaphors because they're saying, hide and seek, for example, hide and seek under the sheets. It seems to be about Melanie, or maybe a character that she's talking about, I don't know, loving this person that just basically uses her for, the adult situations and doesn't really care for her. But in the end, the song basically wraps up with her saying, I'll do whatever to stay with you, which, just speaks to the troubledness of the whole situation. The music, it was more whimsical than anything. I did dig that whimsicality of it, but I would have liked to hear more sounds added in if you're going to go do something like that. All right, and I also previously mentioned the album K to 12, because that's when I seen all the shirts at Hot Topic. So we're checking out a track off that. It's called Teacher's Pet. Okay, act surprised. This is another really dark song. It details an inappropriate relationship between teacher and student. I guess it could theoretically be college, but since the album's called K to 2012. I don't believe that's the case. And even if it is, you're still taking advantage of the power dynamic, because they do make specific references in the song about trading favors for, passing grades and alike. The highlight here for me, though, was the bridge. You guys know, if you've watched me before, I love a good bridge. And this one has an amazing bridge backed by like this fuzzy guitar tone. It was so cool. My favorite part of the song, hands down. All right, and most recently, Melanie has released an album called Portals, and I checked out the song Void. Alright, so I recently learned what a call to the void is. Thanks, Hot Milk. It's basically if you're, on the edge of a cliff, or even just standing out on your balcony. I'm on the 3rd floor here. I stand out on the balcony, you look down, and you say, I could just jump if I want to. That's a call to the void. It's a strange urge you have that is completely out of character, and that seems to be what Melanie is touching on this song. Musically, this is exactly what I want to hear. It's like the perfect mix of pop, rock, with a little dash of punk in there as well. Had a great time musically with this. And honestly, vocally, this is probably the best Melanie sounded. And honestly, I really dug her vocals on all the other songs. That just goes to show how much she's either matured over the years, or simply just, that this is just perfectly in line with my tastes, which, definitely is the case. All right, so now that we've finished talking about the 4 songs, let's rank them. At number 1, I'm putting Void. I just basically talked about how great the song was for a minute, so it had to be there. This is where it gets more interesting, because I didn't really dislike any of these songs, so it really comes down to what parts of it I enjoyed more. And honestly, I think because of that, I'm going to put Dollhouse at number 2, thanks to that great chorus. This was the second best chorus after Void, and because chorus repeats so much, had such a good time anytime it popped on. At number 3, we're going Teacher's Pet, simply because that bridge was amazing. I said the bridge was amazing. Unfortunately, the bridge doesn't repeat as much, so really it's just a small section of the song, so that's why it fell behind Dollhouse, behind that great chorus. But still, no problems with the song. And 4 is Playdate. I didn't dig the music on this one as much as I did on the other 3, unfortunately. And I do think, looking back vocally, it's probably the least interested I was in Melanie's vocals. But the lyricism made it all worthwhile, and I still dug this song overall. It just, something had to come in last. All right, so what are my overall thoughts on Melanie Martinez? It's basically what I expected, style and vibe-wise. But the Void song alone was like, I need to start paying attention to this artist a lot more. This could be right in my wheelhouse, and I'm going to remedy that fact going forward. Lyrically, she's unmatched. I'm not sure if she writes her own lyrics or not. You guys let me know in the comments below. But lyrically, these songs are unmatched. So whether it's a team or her specifically, which I'm guessing it's got to be at least a little bit of her, but I'm betting a lot of her, because if it's a team doing this, they're going to have some stumbles. This is just lyrically amazing all the way through. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. You made it to the end of the video. I applaud you for that. Make sure to hit the comments below and give me your thoughts on Melanie Martinez. Do you dig her? Have you never heard of her? Are you going to? And let me know what songs I need to check out. Obviously, I really love Void. If she has other songs that are a similar vibe, please drop them in the comments. I need to hear them. But most importantly, guys, I need you to give me suggestions. Melanie Martinez was a suggestion, so get down in there. Give me more suggestions of bands or artists I should check out. Bonus points if they're female-fronted, or just, a female in general, because I'm, I have something to do on Ladies Net. But most importantly, I want you to come along for the ride from here on out. So please, 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 cut my wrists and hit subscribe. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad signing off. Until next time, I want to hear you sad.